Chinese electric vehicle maker Li Auto just hit a major milestone and announced on December 18th they have so far delivered over 30,000 new vehicles just 1 year after delivery initially kicking off. This is big news because not only do they only have one model of vehicle, the Li 1, but they also delivered more vehicles than Xpeng did in the third quarter of 2020, and their market cap is significantly less than Xpeng. Based on that alone, I think they have a lot of potential moving forward. So in today's video, I'm first going to talk about their deliveries, how they just hit 30,000 deliveries. After that, I'm going to go over where I see their stock price compared to companies like Xpeng, NIO, and at the end of the video, I'm going to go over the Chinese electric vehicle market as a whole, where I see each individual company, Li Auto, Xpeng, and NIO. For those of you who are new here, my name is Michael. I'm a 21-year-old investor, entrepreneur, and full-time college student. In the past 30 days, I've made over $175,000 in one of the many investment accounts that I share with you in our private group on Patreon. So if you'd like to know more about what stocks I'm buying, what stocks I'm selling in my personal investment accounts, you want exclusive access to content that I don't share on YouTube, and if you want pre-release access to my new show called The Stock Room, where I talk about stocks with my 80-year-old friend who's a millionaire investor and entrepreneur, well then make sure to join our group using the link down below. So anyways, Chinese electric vehicle maker Li Auto just announced that its cumulative deliveries have topped 30,000 units, and this is barely 1 year after delivering their first vehicle. Li Auto announced this on December 18th, and now reaching the 30,000 vehicle delivery milestone, they are the first Chinese company to achieve this milestone. They have achieved it faster than companies like Xpeng and NIO. Li 1's users spread over 31 provinces, autonomous regions, and centrally administered municipalities in China, and have driven the REEVs, range extended electric vehicles, for more than 230 million kilometers so far. So they have a lot of experience. That's going to help out a lot long term with their autonomous driving and getting their systems and technology more used to the roads in China. On top of this, in November, Li Auto's deliveries had jumped 25.8% over the previous month, which was their best ever figure in terms of monthly performance. In the January to November period of 2020, Li Auto delivered a total of 26,498 Li 1s. So as of the end of November, it was 26,498. Now that they just announced that they hit 30,000 total vehicles delivered, we know that they're going to easily break the 5,000 vehicles delivered in the month of December, because right now, at the time of filming this, it's only Saturday, December 19th, 2020. They still have about a third of the month left, yet they've already reached this 5,000 vehicle milestone, or they're going to be very close to 5,000 vehicles in December already, about 2/3 of the way through the month. The production of Li 1 vehicles did surpass 5,000 last month, but they didn't deliver all of these. Looking at the chart comparing Li Auto to companies like Xpeng and NIO, this is going to be pretty important because right now, looking at the charts, NIO is obviously the leader, clear leader. They delivered 5,291 vehicles in November of 2020, and their total was at 36,721 for year to date. However, one thing that a lot of people miss and don't realize is that Li Auto actually delivered the second most vehicles out of all Chinese electric vehicle companies. They delivered more than Xpeng. Li Auto delivered 4,646 vehicles in November, and their total year-to-date performance was 26,498. And finally, Xpeng delivered the least amount out of NIO, Li Auto, and Xpeng. They delivered 4,224 vehicles in November, with a total of 21,341 vehicles year to date. And right now, why is this really important? Well, looking at the delivery numbers right now, Li Auto is the second highest for delivery numbers. They already surpassed this 30,000 vehicle mark. And right now, their market cap is at $28.5 billion. This is important because they're delivering more vehicles than Xpeng, but Xpeng's market cap is $36.6 billion. So that means right now, if you're just looking at the number of deliveries and how the company is currently performing, Li Auto is producing more vehicles than Xpeng, but their market cap is about 30% less than Xpeng's. So in my opinion, if you're just looking at the numbers right now and based on the fact that Li Auto just announced that they have surpassed the 30,000 vehicle mark, I'm expecting Li Auto to jump up significantly and catch up to Xpeng in terms of market cap. On top of this, one thing that I find very, very intriguing about Li Auto is that, like Tesla's vehicles, the Li One SUV supports over-the-air updates, and the automaker allows its customers to submit feedback and suggest improvements using the Li Auto app. To date, Li Auto has shipped a total of 10 over-the-air upgrades since December of last year, with 33 all-new applications and functions added. And over 60 vehicle functions were improved based on customer feedback. So I like that they're listening to their customers who are using the vehicles, who have driven over 230 million kilometers. They're listening to their feedback. They're sending updates over the air to them, and things are moving along and getting better for their vehicles. On top of this, the latest 2.0 version will be launched by the beginning of 2021, which will help with their software, improvements to their vehicles, and performance. So that is really good. But the absolute most important aspect of Li Auto right now that I think really is going to mean a lot in the future is that currently Li Auto has one model vehicle. Their one vehicle that they produce is called the Li One, and they delivered 4,646 of these vehicles in November. Both Xpeng and Neo have multiple models right now. So Neo has an ES8 model, an EC6 model, and an ES6 model. And Xpeng has two models. They have a G3 and a P7. So if you're looking at this chart right here, Li Auto's model, the Li One, has delivered more vehicles and sold more vehicles of that one model than the other electric vehicle makers. I think this is going to be really important moving forward because it shows that consumers really like Li Auto's Li One. To put this into perspective, Xpeng sells two different models, but they still sell less total vehicles year to date than Li Auto has. So Li Auto has done all of this with only one model vehicle. They raised additional capital recently, so they're going to be using that money to enhance their software, potentially build new model vehicles, and that's going to help them moving forward. But seeing how consumers are really liking the Li One, I think that's really going to pay off for Li Auto down the road, because if they could sell that many of one vehicle, it means obviously they're doing something right. People like the technology, the way the car drives, the way the car looks, compared to other Chinese electric vehicles right now. Moving forward, as Li Auto continues to expand its lineup, use their new funding to improve their self-driving technology, I see them easily reaching the same market cap as Xpeng, which would be a 30% return in the short term. Based on their delivery numbers, how they just crossed this 30,000 vehicle mark, I think this could happen very, very soon once the Q4 results come out for the Chinese electric companies, because we already know Li Auto is doing better than they did in the third quarter of 2020. So anyways, that's what's going on with Li Auto, how they just hit the 30,000 vehicles delivered mark, and how I think they're actually going to do really well and catch up to Xpeng's market cap, because they already are delivering more vehicles than Xpeng, and they're pretty close to doing the same as Neo right now. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600, when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.